Yeah. What up, Kwizzy Fam? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm bringing you guys a newborn must-have videos, or rather the essentials, as you guys can probably tell from the title of this video. But before we get into that, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on your post notifications so that you get notified each time I post a new video. Without further ado, let's get into this. I've written them all down on my phone, but I've categorized them into 4 categories. So we got clothing, toiletries, feeding, and sleeping. So that's the 4 categories. Daniel, I am going to. So in the clothing items, it's one of the things that I did show you guys that I did pack. It's these things. I don't go anywhere without these things. Like, they are always in my diaper bag. Always helpful. Like, okay, so Elora was born in winter, so I always needed this because it keeps her warm, but it doesn't keep her too warm because she gets heated up very fast. I don't know why, but she gets heated up very fast. And these keep her warm. This is yellow. I'm not sure if you guys can see because I noticed in the other one the color wasn't visible in my previous video, the one about what I packed from my hospital bag. The color wasn't showing. It's actually yellow, and this is a blue. So this is the swaddle. Usually I can use this for when I'm changing her, like with the changing mat that I take with me. So I just place this on there. And also I like changing her on something because sometimes she messes and it messes everything. And to keep the place clear, I use these and these to keep her warm. When it's very warm like nowadays, then I'd have these because like my mom had bigger ones than the ones that they usually sell that she kept from a long time ago that she gave to Elora, and those are very useful as well. So I use this to cover her because she doesn't like the sun, and just to keep her warm and yeah, covered. I don't know, but yeah, I feel like these are necessities. You should always have them with you because they are handy. Even if you're not using them, just having them just in case is good. Number 2 are these things. I'm not sure what they're called. In Swahili we call them mayos. They're like, which is a synonym for swimsuits as well, but it's not really a swimsuit. They now come in grown-up size because I saw that there are some tops for females that have that as well. Let me just show you. So something like this, and then with the buttons at the bottom. So these I feel are necessary because essential. I mean, I feel they're essential because they just put everything. They hold the outfit together. Like Elora is wearing one right now, and instead of the shirt, if just putting a shirt or a top that doesn't have the bottom up part, it keeps going out. And you know, babies are always moving and all of that. So to just keep everything looking neat, having these type of tops is really important, or rather helpful or useful. So they come in different, there's like long sleeves, there's ones with patterns, blouses, but they just have this part on them. Yeah, the other clothing item that I felt was good was these things. Probably have seen them already. So they're like pants with socks on. They look like tights, but these are not actually tights. Tights also work the same. They serve the same purpose. So basically with babies, to avoid having to remove the socks every time or the socks falling off, having something like this still gives the same impression. Elora is also wearing a navy one. It looks like socks from far, but It's actually one of these things, and it's quite thin like pipe, so it doesn't really keep her heat. She's not heated or anything, so it allows her to go in. However, she's wearing jeans on top of hers, but yeah, it still gives the same look, and she looks neat, like it just holds everything nicely in place. So those are the 4 items from the clothing category. So moving on to the next category, which is going to be toiletries. So you'll want to get yourself some of this. It doesn't have to be Bennett's. Aqueous cream, but just get yourself some aqueous cream, because this is your best friend when it comes to baby skin. So I'm not sure if you're aware, but a lot of soaps are too harsh for baby skin, especially in the first 2 weeks. They even advise us to not use soap on the baby. Like, rather you bathe them with the aqueous cream and put this use it as a soap, as a lotion, everything, because soap just dries their skin and they're still developing, and you don't want them to have dry skin. So to keep them moisturized and help their skin get used to self-moisturization, just use aqueous cream, because this will help you a lot. Another thing is this, baby. If there's anything that you do take out from this video, let it be this. You want to have this with you at all times, because this prevents the baby from getting sick. Like, I'm talking flu, coughs. Like, she could start getting a runny nose 1 second, and then I put this on her, and within the hour she seems fine. Like, she's totally fine. I didn't believe in it before, even though my mom always pushed it to me, but I didn't believe in it until Elora came around. But yeah, you want to have this with you from the day they are born. You just rub it on their chest and their back, and then let them you cover them up so they can the vapor doesn't, it doesn't evaporate. But yeah, so the fumes are what helps them get better. So it helps with coughs, it helps with fever, I'm not sure if it's flu, but yeah, it just keeps sicknesses at bay. And you don't really want to have a sick baby, especially when they're that young and they can't really tell you like what's wrong. And also for the first 6 months they can't take medications as such. So having this with you is really good. At first I didn't know there was one for babies, but yeah, this one is a comfort for babies. It contains aloe vera, coconut oil, and it has lavender and rosemary fragrance. Yeah, it's not bad. So yeah, just get you one of this. We've been using this for the longest because they're small, they don't use much, it doesn't take much to use, and it doesn't cost a lot either. So just get yourself one of these. Cool, I'll put it in the description box below. If there's anything you take out of this video, let it be. Another necessity that you want to have with you is you want to get yourself a grooming kit. So my grooming kit, usually I got mine as a gift, but it's not the full set. I got mine as a gift, it's not the full set. So you want to have all this, everything that comes with it. So it comes with nail clippers, though I don't have them here with me because I misplaced them. Nail clippers, this mini comb. I don't really use this much because Elora has afro hair and it's like crazy. And it comes with a little brush, a nasal aspirator. This is helpful when they've got a blocked nose or runny nose and you want to just get it out so they can breathe properly. But I didn't have to use this. I think I only used this like twice. It's just 7 months now. I only had to like use it twice because most of the time I'd use the Vicks, like rub it on the chest and the back and around the neck area, and she'll be fine within a few hours. So I hardly used this, but this was to help with whenever she had a blocked nose or when I forgot to put the Vicks before she slept, because I did it on a daily basis. I was supposed to do it on a daily basis. So whenever I forgot to put some Vicks on her, then I'd use the nasal. I ended up using the nasal aspirator because she was struggling to breathe whenever she had a blocked nose, which was twice only. Yeah. Another thing that usually comes with the grooming kit that didn't come with mine, I had to buy separately, is a thermometer. So you want to keep that with you just to make sure that your baby is not running a fever and her temperature is within the normal range. So do not panic when you see that it's just like a few degrees outside of the range it should be in, but just having it on hand so that you can always check every now and again when your baby's fussy or just seems like they're falling sick. Having it on you is also a good idea. Feeding. So with Elora, she didn't want the baby bottle. We got her a bottle, but she didn't like bottles as such. She only started really drinking from her bottle after she was 6 months, like a good while. Like it's been like what, 3 weeks since she started. Yeah. So she doesn't really use the bottle much. So I've been breastfeeding. Though we were told to use this. It's a feeding cup. It's called a feeding cup. We were given this at the hospital, and they said that this is better than the actual bottle because I mean this is better than the sippy cup because it uses the same it uses the same muscles that they use to suck milk to drink, because it helps them practice drinking from the cup. So it's best to use this compared to this. This is her sippy cup. She only started using this after 6 months, so she's been using this one since she was small. There's a smaller cup, so it comes with a smaller cup, though I don't have it here right now. I forgot to take it out and I'm just doing pictures, but yeah. So there's a smaller one. This is the 250 one, and then there's a 50 ml tinier cup that you use to let it sit on. So yeah, other than that, feeding. And also she didn't like having, what you call them, bibs. Yes, she didn't like bibs whatsoever. Elora hated bibs, like I don't know. When she was smaller, we didn't really use them much, but as she started growing, because she didn't drool as a small baby, when she was like 3 months, that's when the drooling started, and she just didn't like it. So what I used instead was, it looks like face cloths, but I call them bib cloths because they're smaller. Let me just show you, give me 1 second. So this is one of her bib cloths. It's very small compared to like her face cloth, so it's not like your typical face cloth. So this is her face cloth, and the bib is like tiny in comparison, and it's also thinner, it's softer as well. So I usually use this for so I just put that around her. She doesn't do much, so it's not really necessary. So it's just like a handkerchief type of vibe whenever I'm feeding her. And this is her face cloth, of course. But yeah, lastly, with your sleeping. When it comes to sleeping, I didn't get the chance to get the nightlight because we were under lockdown and it wasn't an essential good, but I did have these bedside lights with me. So they are shaped, they're my sister's motivational go study lights, but yeah, they're very dim and like they don't bring out a lot of lights to interrupt her sleep. However, they gave enough light because she hated the darkness for some reason. So this was enough light for her to sleep peacefully and not be fussy, and also for me to be able to attend to her without actually waking her up with bright light. But yeah, so just get yourself a night light. It has to be dim. So anything that's dim, it doesn't have to be costly. But yeah, these didn't cost me much. Let me see if I still have the price tags. No, I don't remember how much they cost, but they didn't cost a lot. That's all I can say. Another thing is a nursing pillow. So I saw a lot of people put a nursing pillow as a necessity, but I didn't buy me one, and I feel like a normal pillow works just fine. So it usually only helps it's only really important in the first two months, I think. 2 months at least. Yeah. So it helps you with supporting your baby when you're still learning how to breastfeed, and getting used to the whole thing. But what I've come to know, since I didn't get mine prior to the time, I could use a normal pillow, just use any pillow. So I used my pillow and it worked just the same. And another thing that other people use it for is for practicing how to sit. But if you're on a budget and you have no means of getting a nursing pillow, I suggest you get one. But if you don't really have to. It's not really a must to get that one, because you can use anything. Like you can use your own pillows or duvet and shape it like a pillow in order for her to have like cushioning when she's still practicing how to sit on her when she's still practicing to sit on her own. Woo! But yeah, cool. Lastly, a nursing cover. So a nursing cover, I'm gonna insert a picture of one. I didn't get one of those. My mom had made this for me. My mom got me this. It's quite huge, and I usually have it's folded once at least. But yeah, so my mom got me this, and so I usually use this to cover. So I'd have it over here, and then I cover her when I'm breastfeeding. So I have this also with me all the time. But a better alternative would be this. I didn't know these existed until I think 3 weeks ago, when I didn't really need them as much. But yeah, so that also works. And yeah, but yeah, I really hope that this video is helpful to someone out there. This is for those who are on a budget and can't really afford the expensive videos, but yeah, the essentials of what you need. Yeah, but yeah, if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and until next time, bye.